Вот. Название. Я играл на компе, а тут есть, может, это?
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry. Easy now. No need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
What a dismal way to wake. In the belly of the beast. Let's see if I can grope my way out.
Куда пошла? Тут вроде можно коммуниздить все, что можно. Лечь. Нет, открыть. Бабосик.
Bones are so boring. Without flesh, there's no memories to be had. An animal pen. How utterly charming.
Так, а подойдите к ящику, посмотрите, ящик перед вами. С помощью... Ага. Тапки. Ладно. О, ключик. Старый ржавый ключ, вряд ли он выдержит более одного использования. Забираем. Одна штучка. Так, что нам... Нет. Как нам сделать-то? Что это прикол? А что это прикол такой? Ведро. Храни мешок.
Shaking her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you balefully, her rectangular eyes like letterboxes to the void. With one sharp hoof, she kicks you right in the shin. Did you expect a needle?
Нету ничего. Пойдем дальше. Открыто. Так, что у нас? Да нахрен, яблочный пирог. Вот это надо. Ветчина забираем, яблочко забираем. Хлебушек. Нет, это надо. Письмо. Прочитать книгу или много документов. Откройте инвентарь с помощью R2, а затем выберите объекты и нажмите крестик. Инвентарь. Так. Вот ведро. А, не знаю, можешь оставить ведро. Но тарелка нахрен не нужна точно. Действие. Выкинуть нахрен. Письмецо. Так, приказ коменданта стражи. Важно. Мне стало известно в очередной раз, что кое-кто перебегает марки бесплатно угроза тюрьма. Чего? А, прибежит. Какие-то плиты под ящики. Хрен его знает. Кладовка. Да нахрен она мне нужна. Тут полка. Здоровье. Прекрасно. Не, я ничего не хотел. Инвентарь. Во. Так. Коробка. Ща. Так. Ой, не. Вернуть мне, пожалуйста. Так, инвентарь. Так. Ха-ха-ха. Бочечка. Он ножичек. Так. Старая тарелка, куча дров. Стрелы. Берем 2 штучки. Так, а мы там были? Ну-ка посмотрим. Мы там не пошарились. Так, нет, назад. Не-не-не. А тут хрен пройдешь, да? Туда. Там бочка, рычаг. Пойдем. А, это нам... Так. Инвентарь. Одели? Вот. Что-то я не вижу. А как базарит? Да если поговорить.
Hey, get me out of this cage and I'll make it worth your while. You in? A gentlewoman among jesters, you are. Give that lever a pull, and I guarantee we'll both get something out of the deal. Your guess is as good as mine. Someone screamed loud as a banshee. After that, pure pandemonium. They never even told me what I was accused of. Set me free, and I'll set you free. A fair trade, I should think.
Before you can even touch the lever, you hear a sniff and snort behind you as the snoring Magister mumbles himself awake. One bloodshot eye opens, and then another.
Is my shift over? Are you here to relieve me? Oh, wait, you're no Magister. You're a sorcerer. What are you doing here, filthy elf? Choose your words carefully. My fists ache to meet a new face.
Да, надеюсь, приказ, кто присутствует на верхней палубе, скажет, что верху.
Clever story. I almost fell for it.
Какой бой?
I should have known there'd be trouble.
Ага. Так. Ага. Слишком далеко.
The prisoner's buoyant voice darkens as his eyes rest on yours.
Ah, freedom. Tastes better than wine. I'm nothing if not a man of my word. And I did give my word I'd set you free, lass. Say your prayers while you've breath to speak them. The whole...
Ух ты, тварь. Он на меня напал. А вот мне интересно, вот это что такое? Ладно, не будем. Где кранты? Чувака. Вот и все.
What would he have to gain by killing me?
Нужно
I need
быть
to keep my
начеку.
guard up.
Да, это я что-то как-то... Что с камерой-то происходит? Обыскать. Ключик. Точно бомжар какой-то. Что у нас тут? У нас тут ни черта нет. Там ни черта нет. Да е-мое, а. В бульоне каком-то. Так.
Empty.
Инте. Зелья, свечи. Нужны, не знаю. Просто потушил свечу. Вот. Хпшечка, лечение. Так. Действие. Зажигаем. Действие. Переместить. Чё? Отсюда. Переместить. Твою мать. Переместить. Свеча. Действие. Переместить. Не работает. Вот, переместить. Ух, ни хрена себе. А я-то тут при чём? Охренеть. Тушись, тушись. Как потушиться-то? Охренеть, хп не осталось, ничего-то. Открыл дверку. Так, нет, инвентарек давай. Хпшечка где у нас? Вот он, банульчик. А вот тут яичко, не?
No key? No problem.
Ковер.
And I'm back where I started. Nowhere to go but up.
А чё хп так? Ладно. А, типа я вокруг прошелся. Чтобы попытаться объединить их. Ну-ка. Может, бутылек и яблочко. Ну-ка. Ничего не получается. Ладно, хрен с ним. Кастрюля. Лабораторное оборудование. Книжечка. Какая-то. Так, что там у нас? Книженца.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself.
А книжку.
There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash. In the meantime, the next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters. Is he? Oh well. Some problems simply sort themselves, don't they? Why? Because we're at sea, of course, and have been for several days.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy. A new life awaits, and if...
She frowns and peers at you closely, resting the back of one hand on your forehead and taking your pulse with the other.
Delusions such as these are rare, but not unheard of. I recommend a cup of mulled wine and another night's sleep. Just take it easy. Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens. Oh, do go on. I won't hold it against you. Promise.
currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul like rain into the earth.
My, look at the concentration on your face. All will, but no There you have it. See? The collar's function. It neuters you of sorts. Makes you unable to cast. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
Or was he already here?
Good gods. There's been a murder here.
A young magister stands pale and silent. Her knuckles whiten around her weapon as you pass. Behind the magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
There's been a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time, or you'd be a suspect like the rest of them. Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does. Aren't you enterprising? I'll let Waters tell you now herself. Go ahead. She with the body.
Yes, this is a rare kind of magic. I'll need to write... Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course. Not with that collar on, you aren't. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Thanks.
How to sing. I did.
You, Jill, is that right? I've a few questions for you. You are Jill, aren't you?
I ain't saying nothing.
Bloody dwarves, I'll come back to you, and you better be ready to talk here.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Can we just skip to the part where I reassure you and you shut up?
You think me mad?
Mad? No. Insufferable? Surely.
What are you trying to hear anyway?
I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet long enough for me to listen.
How dare you classify this slop as food? I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty. Turnips and water are all I was given.
Unacceptable. I've never dined on anything.
Did you see the body? They ought to let you taste a bit. Maybe you'd find out who done it.
There has been
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard, he raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
Listen up, Ghetto. You hear that?
Never thought you'd end up a prison convict.
That right? I always knew you'd turn out rotten.
His eyes snap open. He looks at you and frowns.
Murder? Ah, that's what they were going on and on about. I wouldn't know anything about. I'd kill a man. He knows who done it. His daddy knows who done it. And the mayor knows who.
His eyes flutter shut, and he assumes his position of repose.
Whether they catch me is another matter, but I ain't one to hide my accomplishments.
He turns his head toward you, looking you up and down, and smiles before turning his attention.
You look like a girl to me. Listen if you're interested, or get gone if you aren't. The ship, of course.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible...
And? Heh. That's all you hear, though. Listen close.
I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken pigs.
There's nothing else I can make, Your Majesty. Turnips and
There
water
now, just like that.
Squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back.
There! You heard it, didn't you? I knew it! I knew it! Aye, this is good news, kiddo. Good news.
Don't you get saucy with me when you clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
Never thought you'd end up a prison convict.
It's the wheel. Pardon my beard. Ah, so you've eyes as well as ears, eh? You'll go far, mate. Even here. Captain, actually.
The dwarf leans back.
That'll be all. Thank ye kindly, Ghetto.
He continues stroking his beard, a beatific smile on his lips, and doesn't acknowledge you anymore.
How dare you classify...
I spent my life singing for my... Meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honeyed meat.
Prison convict.
Well, well. What have we...
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer would a fetching horse. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting.
There's some discoloration, but I've seen worse. After all, one can't expect to find prime merchandise on a squalid little ship like this.
As soon as the Inquisitor gets here, we'll hang you right over the side of this ship with him.
Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Ah, music to my beleaguered stomach. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave, in short, tailor? Oh, but to feel the caress of satin on my scarlet skin once more. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of the very basics, then. I suppose that's a start. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions answered. Let's evaluate, shall we? As per your own testimony, you can cook, tailor, and groom. Well, that just about settles it. I offer you my sincerest congratulations. As of now, you are my slave. Of course you accept. Mine wasn't an offer, it was an order. Anyway, you may leave me for a moment. We'll go over your duties once we reach Fort Joy. Now
quiet long enough for me to listen.
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you,
"Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board and
rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again. He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago. Isn't that right, Vic?
Standing far back, Ifan grins.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and... Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the Joy. Away from... No. The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without good reason.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed intensity.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough. The Joy. I've heard. Wonder if we'll get to meet the Ringmaster himself. Easy now. I might think the same. But Vic here will blow a blood vessel if...
What are you conspiring about over there? You, elf. What's your name?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet. And that bee is me.
Name?
Unacceptable. I've never dined on anything less than a dozen-course dinner, and I don't intend to do away with the custom.
Well, there has been a murder, Your Majesty. Maybe that has the Magister's...
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then...
Away with you, at once.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips, as he leans back against the wall.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard, Vic.
That right? I always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Mezd. Your kind always hung closest to our divine, like wolves around a campfire.
Well, you've got this wolf on a leash.
Here's the register, ma'am. Good, good. Magister Williams is just about done with the last passing. You faring okay so far? Glad to hear it. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking Magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in...
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God! The woman's mad! You there, sorcerer! Go and fetch Magister Siwan! We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
Ask what you must. I've nothing to hide.
Seems to me you should be a little more afraid. There's a killer about, after all.
Till overboiling a bit of cabbage becomes a crime, I shall hold...
It means your journey draws to a close. Do stick around for its finale, though, because...
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue men, quickly!
She smiles with wicked...
Precisely.
Ого! Вот это поворотик.
What's happened?
А, горю. Угу. Ну, это так долго буду бить. Ну, там книжка зато какая-то. Ну-ка. Чё насадиться-то? Отойти. Да. Я выломаю эту сраную дверь. Еще чуть-чуть осталось. Там свиточек лежит какой-то он. Давай. Зуб почисти. Еще чуть-чуть. Почистил? Да потише. И еще пару ударчиков осталось. Пару. Еще один. Ура. Ну, бляха-муха, ну как ты? Отстань от меня. Что это такое? Как камеру? Нормально. Пипец. Камеру как сделать? Я не поражаюсь. И чё, вот так играть буду? Как камеру сделать, блядь? Ура.
Not long before this thing snaps into splinters. That doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
Ну тут побыстрее.
Thank the gods. By divine grace, who was that howling?
He eyes the collar circling your neck and reaches a hand toward...
Another sorcerer! Even if I knew how to rip that thing off, I wouldn't. Some crazy banshee comes screaming through, and now we got void bugs swarming up top. So it come. Your lies end.
Ни хрена себе. Ого. Мимо.
Alexander, the boy bishop that would rule the
You
world.
thought Rivellon was flat.
the folly of
Так. Ладненько, на этом мы закончим, потом продолжим. Сохранение. Новое. Сохранились. И потом продолжим.